Hi, I'm Mrin Agarwal. I'm a financial educator and I'm working towards helping women achieve financial success through financial education. Welcome to the She Invests podcast series in association with SBI Mutual Fund, where I talk to a woman who has taken charge of her financial life and share with you how mutual funds helped her in her financial journey. Today, I have with me Vandana Suri. Vandana is actually an ex-private banker, but she now is a full-fledged entrepreneur. Vandana runs Taxi. This company is all about women cabs and women drivers, and essentially her motto is about ensuring safety for children. Welcome, Vandana.
Thank you so much, Mrin, for having me on the show.
Unlike the previous podcasts, in this podcast, we actually have somebody who was managing investments for clients coming over. And the reason I wanted to have Vandana over was because she's got such a multitude of experience of being working and then starting her own entrepreneurial journey as well. So Vandana, let me start by asking you that even though while you were working as a wealth manager, what are some of the investments that you made and how did you really start your financial life?
Hi. If I talk about wealth management for a personal self, I think as an investment advisor, we are so busy and we have such hectic lives wherein, we are constantly involving clients' money, investing their money. At some point of time, I think our own financial things take a backseat. At the same point of time, I think I really started planning much, much later.
What was the thing that led you to kickstart your investments?
I'm a single mom from about 14 years now. And the main motive that I ever had in mind for my own investments was to ensure my child's education was well planned out.
Mm-hmm.
That was the glaring need in the face. As well as, tomorrow what I had to decide my own retirement planning. I had to think of what's going to feed me once I'm through with the working life. So my entire investments are very, very long-term, keeping milestones like child's education and my own retirement in mind.
Did you start planning your investments before the divorce or was it mainly after the divorce?
No, in fact, I started planning my investments much earlier. But at the same point of time, I don't think it was as conscious or as thoughtful until much later. One thing I want to advise women especially is that please keep your bank account separately. You should have a separate account, your spouse should have a separate account, your in-laws, outlaws, etc. Everybody should have separate accounts.
Okay.
You know what you're saving and it's not accessible to anybody to tip in. This is your saving, your objective goes for a toss with any calamity in life. And that's something we need to be very careful about. Money actually went out before I realized it. So I had to start from scratch all over again.
Yes, and this is what's typically seen. So that's really good advice for most women. But I think other than keeping your bank account separate, which is really important, I think it's also very important for women to be hands-on as far as financial planning is concerned as well.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a lot of inertia from women actually. Even if I look at my clients, most of my clients are men. And invariably, maybe about 5% or 3% of my clientele will be women.
Yeah.
Because they expect the man to be taking the decisions and, planning everything out, which is not entirely right.
So, Vandana, I'd like to know a bit more about how you planned for your entrepreneurial journey. I mean, of course, I know that you went through a lot in your personal life, but you still took the bold step of becoming an entrepreneur in a business that's really dependent on capital. So, it'll be interesting to know how did you actually plan for this business and what are some of the financial steps that you took to plan for this business?
What I did know before I was getting out was that I had at least 1 year of finances to keep me afloat, lying in my funds, in my account. So I knew that I had 1 year of funds with me to survive. That was something which I consciously looked at. I wouldn't take the step otherwise. I've had life insurance plans, which I sold quite a few of these because I realized that the charges were so high.
Yeah.
So then I moved all my insurances to pure term plans and every other investment plan went into mutual funds. So all these came very, very handy when I needed the capital for my business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you don't move out of your SIPs and that's great to know. But more importantly, you also mentioned that 1 year of funds is really less when you're starting your entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah.
During the initial periods of your business, were you continuously contributing to the SIP even then?
Yeah. SIP is a religion. It cannot be stopped. It should not be stopped.
Okay.
Even today, if I look at it, initially it was extremely difficult. My SIPs did dip to a lower level, but I never ever stopped my SIP. I altered my amounts, which were comfortable to me. Today, I'm actually, if you look at it, I think I save about 25 to 30% of my money only in SIP.
Okay.
So I'm that religious about it. I will not give this up. I know. This is something which you can also dip in, right? Whenever you need a small sort of money, you dip in and you pull it out. So it has the liquidity. At the same point of time, you know that this money is not to be dipped in. You know the temptation is not too high.
So you actually use some of the SIP money as a source of funding your business?
Yes, absolutely.
And have you considered debt funds for your business now?
Yes, we do. I do. So a lot of my business money which is lying in current accounts don't give us anything, right? The first thing, the money gets put into a floater. That's like the basic hygiene of the business. And if we have money, say let's space it out. You have a 1 month or you have a 2 month horizon, and that's the time it definitely goes into debt fund. So because it's giving me a much higher return than even my floaters would give.
Great. That's really good to know, Vandana. I would like to end by asking you to share 2 key takeaways of your financial journey.
Takeaway 1, like I said, women must have separate finances. Be open to it. Be open to learning. So what if you may not know? Get into it and learn. It's a matter of taking charge of your own life. Do not leave it in anybody else's hands. It's your money. It's your saving. You handle it, right? Second thing is keep saving. No matter what happens, you deplete a fund, you put back into it, no matter what. So that becomes habit at one point of time. And very importantly, you should have your money in different buckets. It's also important to put money into long term. So you have to diversify the way you invest. There has to be a bucket which is, you can dip in immediately. There has to be a bucket which you will not touch. So these are the 3 takeaways I would say. And finally, the best bit is SIP is a religion. Please follow it. You leave all the gods, everything aside. Just do an SIP and just continue it over the years.
Great, Vandana. It was nice talking to you. The thing that's very common with Vandana's financial journey and my own journey is the fact that both of us were actually investment advisors and went off to be entrepreneurs. Vandana, of course, went into a more capital intensive business than I did. But as she rightly said, that most of the time when you're working and even as an investment advisor, you find it difficult to actually find time for your own portfolio, right? And how important it is to actually do that. Of course, we know that now. The other bit that I liked about Vandana's financial journey was the fact that despite getting into entrepreneurship, she ensured that she could save or invest into the SIP whenever she could. And she's been really honest with us about, some of the mistakes that happen very commonly with entrepreneurs. And I guess sometimes you really can't help it. But as she said, SIP is a religion. And I do hope that the listeners today also follow what she said about making savings a habit and saving no matter what happens. Thanks, Vandana, for being here with us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.